What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This, once again, is Scott Porter back for day number 4 of our quick and dirty unboxing series for WizKids HeroClix set DC Rebirth. That's right, day 4. We've gone through days 1 through 3 already. We pulled 2 super rares, pulled a lot of really cool figures. If you didn't see days 1 through 3, pause the video, go back, watch that, and rejoin us here. We will all wait for you. We will. We'll just twiddle our thumbs, maybe get a bite to eat, use the restroom, and when you're ready, we'll be here for you. This set has been really cool. There's been a lot of Titan-centric stuff, Deathstroke-centric stuff, which I was a little bit surprised about just how chock full of DC Rebirth, which is an entire publisher's line of books being relaunched. I thought we might see a little bit more variety. We started to get that yesterday. We saw the Outlaws make an appearance. We have seen some of the Justice League China. We've seen, Steel and a lot of Justice League characters. We've seen Godwatch. So there's still a lot to uncover. I'm starting to lose a little bit of hope that we're going to see some of the newer creations from the line of Rebirth. Just from the early stories that they told when Rebirth first launched. A lot of that storytelling was really tight and really taken a look at, so worth taking a look at. So if you stepped away maybe during 52 with DC, maybe it's time to step back in. It feels a little more nostalgic, a little more traditional, but with a new edge to it. But not so far that it's going to lose you if you've been a longtime fan of a lot of your favorite characters. I'm still hoping for like Ted Kord Blue Beetle, Wally West Flash, not the third, but Wally West Flash, maybe White Lantern Kyle Rayner. We haven't seen any of the Lanterns yet. Hoping to see maybe some of the newer Lanterns as well, maybe Jessica. And so, yeah, that being said, the set will start being able to be played with on April 3rd when the pre-release hits, and then you can pick up your own brick or case or cases from your local comic book shop or gaming store in the middle of April. I am coming to you from Hyper RPG Studios in Studio City, California, and without further ado, let's get cracking, folks. Okay. All right. Oh, really? Whoa, yeah, okay, we've got some very interesting characters here. Lady Vic, didn't necessarily expect to see her. We have got now the Defiance version of Power Girl. We have the normal version of Terra, which we didn't have yet. And then, talk about anything can go in this set, apparently. That is Prez Rickard, which, yeah, that's way out of left field. And this is Adelaine Kane. Not to be confused with Adelaide Kane, an actress. Yes, Adelaine Kane, who is Deathstroke's wife and a big part of the dysfunction within the Deathstroke book itself. I said yesterday that the Deathstroke Rebirth book is a family affair. You've got Jericho flying around in an icon suit. You've got Rose on the run quite often from her mother, not her mother, Slade's ex-wife, who is trying to kill her because she's the love child of an affair that Slade had on Adelaine. Yeah, Adelaine she's got a lot of issues, and Adelaine is a big part of that book. But yeah, Prez Rickard is really throwing me for a loop here, so we'll have to get into him, I think, last. Let's start with Lady Vic. Not somebody I have a huge affinity for necessarily, but has played a part in Nightwing stories and stuff like that for a little bit of time. So there you go, Lady Vic, pompous, British, rich girl who decides to become an assassin. Yeah, anyway, there you go. Good look at her. She looks great. You can see her mask and everything. Let's take a look at her card. All right. In Justice League Secret 6, Assassin, Martial Artist, Keywords, she's set number 43. She can be played with a split dial, 75 or 50 points, and I believe this is the first time we're seeing Lady Vic in HeroClix form, so that's cool. Only 6 of us? Secret 6 situation. Trait, Stealth, but only if your force has 3 or more characters. She can ignore hinder terrain, but only if your force has 5 or more characters. Modify all combat values by +1. but only if your force has exactly 6 characters. So this has been a couple of sets we've been seeing this shared trait. I do love when WizKids takes these shared traits and moves them forward with future sets so that we know that all these figures will play nicely as we go along. Special defense power, lightly armored so I can move. Toughness, combat reflexes. Special damage power, ruthless determination. Free, choose one, give Lady Vic a move action at no cost or make a range attack. After resolutions, deal Lady Vic 1 unavoidable damage. Not a huge fan of trading to do anything on a map, trading clicks of life, especially when you've only got 4 clicks at the 50 point or 6 clicks at the 75 point, and you're giving up that special damage power. So, I don't know, she's playable in a sense, but she becomes much, much, much stronger if you're playing her in a Secret 6 setting. And I love that she plays nice with the Secret Sixers that we had in the past sets, in the past couple of sets. I think it's a couple of DC sets now in a row that we've had that trait show up. So very, very cool. All right, let's move on to Power Girl, who we've seen her regular sculpt. Let's put that there next so you can compare the two. Now, as we've seen throughout this unboxing process, the normal version of the character is a pretty bare bones version of the character, and then you get a lot of bonuses once they join the Defiance movement. Let's see if that's any different with Power Girl. Power Girl set number 22. She comes in at 75 or 115 points. Wow. She's got Defiance Star Labs and Scientist keywords. Remember, we're the good guys, which is a shared trait for all of Defiance. When Power Girl hits one or more opposing characters with an attack, but none are KO'd, after resolutions, roll a d6. On a roll of 3 to 6, heal Power Girl 1 click. She has Larger Than Life, which is a trait. Super Strength, free. Choose Giant or Colossal. Until your next turn, Power Girl has the chosen symbol and modifies her combat values by +1. She also has a special damage power, Towering Intellect. Choose Outwit or Perplex. Until your next turn, Power Girl can use that chosen power. All right, yes. Whoa, look at that. 7 clicks long. Damage power on the top of her dial. Only 1 click if you take the 75-point version. Pretty solid stats. And the ability to go Giant or Colossal could make a huge difference as far as reaching your opponent's figures. So continuing the trend. The Defiance versions of these characters are far, far superior to the just kind of rookie Titans, bare bones versions, and she is no different. Power Girl is an interesting character, kind of heartbreaking. I think I said in the last couple of days that some of the Rebirth stuff is a little more mature, a little darker edge to it, and Power Girl has a part to play in that. So definitely worth checking out her story arc in Rebirth and seeing exactly what's going on. Let's pop over to Terra, everybody's favorite trader. Not really. She's got that old Geo4 style, orange and tan color blocking. Yep, that we all know and love. She comes in at 50 points. She's got a trait called Traitor. Shape change. Once per force, when Terra is KO'd, do not remove her from the game. Instead, after resolutions, place her in a square she last occupied on her starting click, and she is now friendly to an opponent's force. She scored each time she is KO'd. I mean, why even field her? She's got Hive, Teen Titans, and Spy keywords. She's set number 20. She comes in at 50 points. She also has the Titans Reborn trait. When Terra is given a move action after resolutions, she can use the Titans team ability at no cost. She has a special attack power, Quake, and Telekinesis, and that is called Geokinesis. I'm just kind of beside myself in the thought of fielding a character that not only becomes your opponent's character to use against you, but does so on her first click. I mean, come on. I don't care if you're scoring another 50 points. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to ask. We've seen these characters recently, and let me know in the comment section. Are you ever going to field her? Will you ever field Terra or any of these other characters that can become your opponent's character? At what point would it become worth it to you? How crazy powerful would a piece have to be to you to take that risk? I don't get it. Her Defiance version is really, really cool, and I would field her, but this Terra I would have a very, very hard time ever using. All right, Adelaine Kane. is next up. She's got the PD team ability. She's got some stealth on her dial. She's 30 points. She is just like the same sculpt as we had yesterday with Kane, with Veronica Kale. Very angry, pointing authoritatively at someone. Anyway, let's see how nasty she can be, though, because in the books, she's nasty. She's like super dangerous. Very much in the mode of like Amanda Waller style dangerous, the things that she can get done and that she uses the government to do for her. As a matter of fact, she basically gets Superman to work for her, orders him to go get her ex-husband. Argus, Hive, Politician, Soldier, and Spy. Keyword set number 8. She comes in at 30 points. Bring it all down around you, Slade, is a trait. Free. Choose 2 opposing characters within 6 squares and line of fire with the same trait or special power printed on their cards, and choose 2 standard powers. Those opposing characters can't use the chosen standard powers until your next turn. So she is a silver bullet for these shared trait team members, which we're going to be seeing a lot of nowadays. So maybe she could play that role within the game of HeroClix. Not a lot going on with her dial, but with all the shared traits that we have out there now, she can at least be a little bit of a silver bullet against those shared trait teams. Maybe worth fielding in the right arena, and sealed for the pre-release might be that arena, actually, because you're going to be seeing a lot of Titans or a lot of Defiance or a lot of Justice League, so might be the time to field her. She's only 30 points. All right, Prez Rickard. I got to be honest with you guys. I think I remember something about this a long time ago. I think it was like in the 70s. It was like a teenage president. I think they redid that book with a female lead more recently. So let's see what Prez Rickard does. Prez Rickard, 35 points. You know, it's such a random character, but so cool that we're getting characters we've never seen before. Politician is the keyword. Everyone's favorite teenage president is the trait. Prez Rickard doesn't count for or against themed teams. Another trait, the Golden Age of America, leadership, but succeeds on a 4 to 6. When Prez Rickard uses it and succeeds instead, you may remove 1 action token from each, 1 token each from any number of opposing characters. For each one removed, remove an action token from a friendly character within 6 squares. So you're just kind of resetting the board as you go. Oh, this makes a lot of sense. Character selected for HeroClix by Jose Rodrigo Rosales Guerrero, 2016 HeroClix Mexican National Champion. So, another national champion getting to choose a figure that they would really like to see. And that's the cool thing about HeroClix, is you just never know what you're going to see. You never know what to expect. So congratulations to Jose Rodrigo Rosales Guerrero for winning, and I hope you really enjoy Prez Rickard. I'm going to be interested in using him. Pretty good dial. 18 with Defend, Perplex, a little bit of Coast Combat Expert. Very, very cool. All right, next. Okay, haven't had any primes, haven't had any chases. We've had 2 super rares. Just taking stock of what we could be seeing. I'm still hoping for a prime, or at least to figure out what the other primes in the set are going to be. As much information as we can glean from these little previews that I'm able to share with you guys would be awesome. Oh, okay. I did hope that we were going to get... Oh, it's a super rare. Oh, we have our 3rd super rare. Jessica Cruz, ladies and gentlemen. I was hoping to get a lantern, and I love that it's a newer lantern. We've also have Shade, the Changing Girl, which I didn't expect to see her. I guess maybe I should have. We've got Billy Batson and Nightwing, who we've seen. And we have Commander Steel. We saw regular Steel. But the Commander Steel had a prime numbering to him next to him as well, or just regular Steel. Steel had an A, so I bet you we have Citizen Steel as a prime, and Commander Steel is his own thing. Hello. How may I help you? All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, who are we going to start with here? We don't need to see Nightwing because we've already seen him. And I thought Steel was going to be a duplicate, but he's not. Billy Batson we've already seen, so we'll set him off to the side. I think we'll start with Commander Steel. Steel was uber beefy. So that's Steel. Citizen Steel will probably be the prime. And then Commander Steel has his own figure as well. So let's start with him. 40 points, Justice Society, team ability, has Indomitable. Another lower pointed JSA figure. Man, JSA gets a bad rap in the game of HeroClix right now. All of them are so low pointed. And I guess it makes sense because back when they first came into play, everything was pretty basic. Everything was new, and they are the older guard. That being said, man, they're all like 30, 40 points, and they have been for set after set after set. So hoping he plays nice with the rest of the JSA. All-Star Squadron, Justice Society, Past and Soldier keywords. He's set number 7. The Haywood Legacy, which is shared with Steel. When Commander Steel is hit with a close attack after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage. Another trait, a simpler time. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, if a character uses the JSA team ability to replace its defense value with Commander Steel's when targeted with a close attack, after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage. So at least he's got a couple of ways to cause feedback to your opponent's figures. That's cool. Only a 4-click long dial, though. 17 defense at the top of his dial, morphing into an 18 defense when you would really want to share it towards the back end of his dial. So interesting. The other figure, though, the other Steel, how many points was he? He's 90 points, but 8-click dial and a lot of feedback going on. I don't know, but Commander Steel does bring a certain element to the JSA that may have been missing, as far as like a nice well-rounded brick type of character. You don't see that a lot for the JSA. A lot of them are more finesse pieces. All right, let's move into Shade the Changing Girl. Gotta admit, folks, I read a lot of books. I try to read as much as I can. I am not crazy familiar with Shade the Changing Girl. I should probably change that. Let me know in the comments down below if we've got any crazy Shade fans. 45 points. Let's see what she does. Cosmic keyword. A touch of madness is a trait, shape change. When Shade the Changing Girl uses it and succeeds, you may change the target to a character friendly to the attacking character. Target must be otherwise legal. Ooh, yeah, you want to try and hit me? No, you're going to hit yourself. Stop punching yourself, stop punching yourself, stop punching yourself. She just kind of shows up. Special movement power, phasing, teleport, and plasticity. Place Shade the Changing Girl in any square with an unheld object as a power. She also has a special damage power, dip into Megan's bullying, perplex, but only to target opposing characters. When Shade the Changing Girl uses it, you may instead modify a combat value other than damage, -2 instead of -1. I do need to look into Shade the Changing Girl. It's just not something that I was able to get done. I've got 2 kids under the age of 4, and that makes it very, very difficult to find the time to read a lot of these books. But that's awesome. I know that she has a following. So let me know. Should I pick up that book immediately and start reading it? I would be glad to find something new to read. All right, here we go. Super rare, our third, and I'm guessing final super rare. I'm still hoping for a lot for tomorrow, but Jessica Cruz here, holding the lantern. I think she's got a bird on her. She's like a bird on her shoulder. There. That's what it looks like. I know it's probably a dagger, but it looks like a bird. It looks like she's like manifesting like a little green bird on her shoulder. I know it's energy projection. It's just the way that it looks. It kind of looks funny. She's got Green Lantern and JLA team ability. She comes in at 65 points. Let's see what she can do. She's got that shared trait, leading the charge with the rest of the Justice League. When Jessica Cruz makes the first attack during a turn and hits, until your next turn, other friendly characters with the Justice League keyword can use sidestep. So we've seen 4 different things be put into play. When Batman hits, you get a +1 to attack. When Aquaman hits first, you get exploit weakness. When Wonder Woman hits first, you get close combat expert. And now with Jessica, you get sidestep. She also has a special attack power, catching a submarine out of midair. Telekinesis. Once per turn, when Jessica Cruz carries a character and moves 5 or less squares after resolutions, she may use Telekinesis at no cost. Wow, her swing is huge with that. She can basically running shot Telekinesis you. That's awesome. Free from the fear of Voltum. Shape change. Choose a character within range and line of fire. That character can't use Battle Fury this turn. All right. There's a look at the back. She's only 5 clicks long for those 65 points. But man, if you want to talk about, especially in a sealed tournament, gaining a massive amount of mobility, I mean, she can basically running shot TK a friendly character. That's awesome. Talk about a new volley, especially for, you know, your glass cannons and stuff. She's really a good teammate to get you into that situation. All right, there we go. Day 4, all wrapped up. Man, there is so much that is untouched. The Terrifics is a book that I would love to see more heavily represented here. I would love to see a new Plastic Man. I would love to see that. Or Metamorpho, or the 4th member who is now, her name is escaped, Phantom Girl from the Legionnaires. And also, Saturn Girl is in our present day as well. She's locked up in Arkham. That's a really interesting character that we could have seen. I mean, there's so many characters we could have seen in this set. We got a really heavy Titan-influenced set, which is very, very cool. But at the same time, I'm just hoping that tomorrow we get a little bit more variety. We've gotten a couple of Billy Batsons. I'm hoping to see Shazam. That would be awesome. I think Black Adam's probably going to be the prime on that. That would be amazing. I would love to see how the new Black Adam plays. The Deathstroke with the Speed Force is nasty. All of Defiance is really, really well done. And Justice League, both of America and of China, are both very formidable figures. Who are you hoping for on day 5? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys for coming along on this ride. Once again, everything that we do here is to just share my love of the game with you guys a little bit early, and hope that you guys, I really hope that you guys enjoy these series and you get excited about what's to come in the next HeroClix set. So I just want to say thank you everybody out there for watching. Thank you to Hyper RPG Studios for hosting me today. We are in Studio City, beautiful Studio City, California. You can check out all of their content online, either at Twitch or YouTube. They had a really cool HeroClix show called Indomitable that is worth a watch. It's a lot of fun. You can find that archived on their YouTube. So thank you to Hyper RPG. Thank you to WizKids for sending me this amazing brick to share with you guys. And I will see you all tomorrow. And until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits.